We're going to do the rest of the games tomorrow, so let's go ahead and move into our starts of the week.
Starts of the week.
All right, I'm going to let Mike kick it off at the quarterback position. Sing it to me.
So this week I'm going off the heels of a monster game, and I'm staying in the Flames with Eli Manning against Tampa Bay. The matchup is too delicious, and there's really not a whole lot I need to say.
Nutritious.
Yeah, it is nutritious for your fantasy football team. There's not a lot I need to say about this other than the matchup is great. I like Eli Manning. The running game is it's the running game for the New York Giants. And ODB is really coming on. I want to stick with that passing attack. So
How many Giants running backs does it take to screw in a light bulb? Is that the
answer?
Four?
It's 4. Yeah.
All right, Jason, who's your quarterback start of the week?
Send in the car.
Send in the car. Send in the car.
So he is also my stream of the week, but I'm going to be staying in the Flames and staying with the automobile that is Derek Carr. He just put up 30 and 39 fantasy points in a row against two great pass defenses in San Diego and the Jets. At least San Diego was a great pass defense before they ran into
in either of those. Yeah.
Derek Carr. So in here, he's got he's going to Pittsburgh. I think that, again, as Pittsburgh gets better and Big Ben gets a little bit more acclimated and the points go higher, it's just going to be better for quarterbacks. So sticking with the Carr.
All right, I'm jumping back in with Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
He games 6-point leagues, 21, 33, 33, 20, 26, and he's back. He's at home. He's against Miami. I think Watkins will be back. I expect him to be able to give you a very consistent game. You can throw him back in there if you need him. So let's go ahead and go to the running back position. Mike, who do you have?
I got my man. We started the show with him, and we will end the show with him. Jeremy Hill. He's finally playing on more than 50% of the snaps. Hugh Jackson quoted, "The arrow is pointing up" for Jeremy Hill. And the Browns are the very bottom in the league of run defense, so I'm going with Jeremy Hill tonight.
All right, Jason, who do you got?
I'm going to take a risk here and go with DeMarco Murray.
Sarcasm.
Well, no. Here's why.
That has to be sarcasm because I almost didn't even let you choose this one.
Okay, let me remind you. DeMarco Murray against DeMarco Murray.
Adrian Peterson.
Listen to me. There are a lot of people that are afraid of playing DeMarco Murray because last time he played Dallas,
Dallas is afraid
had
of
his
DeMarco
number.
Murray.
He's my 4 this week.
I know
he's Mike's 4. He's your 7.
I think he's a great option. He had 13 carries for 2 yards against Dallas last time.
We all agree with you.
So there you go.
I think he's a good player.
So if you're out there and you're contemplating, you think he's got a bad matchup with the Dallas run D, like they know something because last time they said they did, he was complaining about that. Get over it. They had their bye week issue. They fixed the running game. He's been running great, and it's another big opportunity for revenge. So I expect a big game.
Right. My running back is Todd Gurley. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Jeremy Langford, guys. I am all aboard the Langford mobile. I have plenty of confidence in starting him. He is facing a terrible run defense. What is this stat here? Of the 8 running backs who have attempted 10 or more rushes against San Diego this season, 6 have finished with 15.5 points or more. Langford last week was great in the absence of Forte. I think 20-plus touches is a foregone conclusion for Langford in this game. And so I'm all aboard.
I agree. The news out of Chicago is they're going to give him the chance to plug in right as the Matt Forte. And that stat was courtesy of our good friend of the show, the late round QB.
Yeah. So Langford, by the way, I was putting in bids on him to try to get him in a bunch of leagues, including our league of record where I have Ivory, Lewis, and Stewart. And if I had got him, I was going to have a hard time deciding do I go with, my rankings and like bench Stewart or something. So didn't get him though, so don't have to worry about it. All right, my wide receiver start of the week is Mike Evans. Did you see what the Breeze just did?
The Breeze
just did to that secondary?
Did you see what
Are you kidding me? Winston is improving rapidly, not throwing interceptions. Mike Evans had kind of an enigmatic, weird game last week, but I think Evans is a monster this week.
Yeah, that's a good pick. My wide receiver is Brandin Cooks.
Julio Jones.
Did you see what the Breeze just did? That's why I'm sticking with Brandin Cooks. He is still, we got the need for Snead over here, but Cooks has been better than, he's gotten a lot of flack because he was drafted so high, and he's been a disappointment. So you've been benching him lately, and you've been sad that you've benched him because he's come on strong. I think the running game is hurt right now for New Orleans with Kyrie Robinson being down, and so that's going to put more balls into the air. And right now, Cooks is averaging 8.6 targets and receptions combined versus Snead's 6.6.
Is that on the season or is that?
That's on the season, and okay. I looked over the last 3 as well, and it was identical pacing, which was really surprising considering the beginning of the year Snead wasn't involved. But on a per-game basis, it's pretty much stayed the same. So Cooks is still the number 1 there, and it should be a good matchup, and the breeze is blowing.
All right. Mike, you're going to share your wide receiver with us?
I'm going with Eric Decker. The Jets have a delicious matchup against Jacksonville. We got the news that Fitzpatrick is a go, and so I'm still going to stick with the wide receiver core of the Jets, and Marshall's a little bit banged up. Either way, if Marshall doesn't play, I think Decker gets more targets, or Marshall plays banged up and Decker gets some more targets. So I like him this week.
All right, let's go to the tight end position. This is my favorite of all of my starts of the week this week. I am feeling great about this. Delanie Walker. I think Delanie Walker is a super, super great pick this week. New Orleans just gave up 6 touchdowns to Eli Manning. They're 28th in the league against the tight end position, and Kendall Wright is doubtful for this week, unlikely to play.
Not bad.
Mariota should be back. I love Delanie Walker this week. I think he's a steal.
A steal. I have Martellus Bennett in this game. You've got the defense that he's facing in San Diego. They have 5 games where the tight end has caught a touchdown, only 3 where a tight end hasn't caught a touchdown. You've got Vegas saying that this is the second highest scoring game of the week. And so I think those targets as they're going around will be going to Martellus Bennett. So I see a high floor and a high ceiling. So I like Bennett this week.
And the man that we all raced to the show doc to put in, and I was first, Heath Miller. Why? Heath Miller's playing the Raiders.
You know he had over 100 yards last week?
Yeah, and 10 catches.
10 catches.
So, and this isn't just a tight end versus the Raiders, although that is a very sound strategy still to go with. We saw at the beginning of the year when Le'Veon Bell did not play, Heath Miller was far more involved in the offense than he had been after Lev Bell was reinstated. And then Lev Bell went out last week. Heath Miller was very involved. I love him this week.
I like it too. I like all those tight ends. I think Bennett is a good start, especially because people have been a little disappointed. They want to rotate away from him. I think he will have a big game on Monday night. And so those are our starts of the week.
Yep.
So before I close the show, I do want to remind everybody, because we're so excited about it, because we waited so long for it to kind of finally hit the App Store. Go grab the Wheel of Water app and have some fun with your friends. Make some ridiculous bets this weekend, and then tweet them out and use the hashtag Wheel of Water so that we can see those.
Get the video up.
And laugh a lot.
So we can see them and retweet them. I had a quick personal story I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to play a game.
Personal?
Yeah, this was my night last night.
Secrets.
No, this is not. It's not a secret. Okay, so it's a game of the worst. And where is the worst place? We'll see if you guys are tuned in with me. Where is the worst place you can be for your kid to get sick, as in throwing up?
Peter Piper.
No way. I would say in the car.
That is correct.
Yeah.
The answer is in the car seat, and that is what I dealt with last night.
What?
Yep, the baby got sick and all over the car seat in the car. It was a fabulous night for me, combined with then the baby waking up several times.
I got you slightly.
Were
beat
you
here.
playing him the tape from the first half of the Carolina Colts game?
that is the where. Now, what's the when?
As in what time of the day?
No, as in when you're just entering a drive-through line. And you're in line, and they throw up in their car seat in the back, and you go, what do I do? And then you got to drive up to the window with your car smelling like vomit. And just
You didn't do the just start ramming.
Did you still order
ramming
food?
people before?
ice cream. Yes.
You still ordered food.
3 ice cream cones for the kids.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
they needed to throw up
That's
more.
Iron Gullet style.
Well, that is beautiful and horrible. No, just horrible.
That was actually my wife's story. I stole it for her, but that is a true story.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back tomorrow.
wheelofwater.com. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another edition of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Don't forget to visit us on the web at www.thefantasyfootballers.com and follow us on Twitter at the FF Ballers.
Sweet. Let's see if we can get it encoding.